Well, hey folks, it's your old pal King Waspinator. Welcome back to Total Party Skills. Just wanted to keep this kind of quick. It's something I'm observing that's going on in the entertainment critique bubble of YouTube. And since nerd echo chambers, well, echo each other, some of this stuff going on with Star Trek fandom might eventually apply to our own thinking. So it doesn't hurt for us to observe this. For several years, I've basically just kind of had to just stop watching Star Trek. The From the J.J. Abrams 2009 movie on, it's just gotten bad and lame. It might look good, but the storytelling sucks, the characterization sucks, so on and so forth. You probably already know and agree with some of the stuff I'm saying. It got up to like the first episode of season 2 of Picard, and I've stopped watching the live action stuff pretty much since then. I do continue to watch Lower Decks because since it's the animation department, they're pretty, isolated from the rest of the live action, hidden, bad, rogue, secret, hideout, Paramount, CBS Plus stuff. But, I've said to myself back at the time when I was just kind of had to finally just give up on Star Trek that there's a couple of figures out there in the YouTube television nerd critique realm who, if they, were to start saying that the show's getting better, I might actually take that seriously. And those are people like Robert Meyer Burnett or Dave Cullen, both of whom have been given access to the preview for the next season of Star Trek Picard, season 3. And they're saying that the guy running the show this season has managed to actually drag the show back on track somehow and get it to be more like what we would have wanted the show to be from the get-go. Which then puts me in the case of, well, like the two people who I said if they would say that the show's good, maybe I'll try to give it a chance. Maybe I will. I haven't quite decided yet. However, though, there's other figures in the YouTube entertainment critique bubble that are now turning on them and calling them stuff like shills and cucks. We like to throw words around a lot on the internet, but we do need to occasionally stop and tell ourselves that, describing something as a thing does not make it that thing, or exaggerating one little characteristic so you can make a case for how this thing is the more negative thing in public perception, doesn't always fly. Maybe someone is just confident in not being a narcissist. Maybe someone is just actually trying to have an honest appraisal and give an honest opinion about a show and not be a shill. Anyone who's gone so many years consistently talking smack about something, and then they say, hey, guys, it's getting better, is your reaction to just stay with the knee-jerk tribal bullshit of like, no, it was bad once, it'll be bad forever? Or do you take a moment and reflect and be like, well, this guy's been pretty consistent, in his critique of this all this time. And so assuming that Paramount Plus is not just going around bribing people, which I know a lot of people seem to think is something that happens out there, but there's very little evidence of, isn't that the sort of thing that should give you a moment of pause? Be like, oh, maybe I should consider giving this a chance now. Because, people whose opinions you trust, you might not have to agree with them, but they're consistent enough in how they present their opinions that you can trust that they're not bullshitting you with their opinions. Do you allow yourself a little mental space to check it out? Or do you stick with being butthurt because of a TV show? I don't know. It's just something for us to think about since we're having our own divides in the community and all that kind of stuff starting to emerge. People being angry at a brand for the things that it's done. At what point can Wizards actually, repair its damaged reputation? Who would it take from YouTube D&D commentators to say, hey, this new D&D book's kind of lit? Who would it be that would actually make you think, well, they've been pretty consistently talking shit about this game whenever it does do something that's worth talking shit about, but now they're saying it's pretty lit. I don't know, maybe I should check it out. Or are we just gonna continue to wave the spears at the end and be like, no, they tried to make us give them money that one time. Fuck them forever. I don't know. It's something that we're all gonna have to face at some point, and I don't know. Like, what kind of human being do you want to be? Are we capable of being able to have forgiveness in the face of community solidarity? If one person steps out of line and doesn't toe the common anger model that everyone else is following, then suddenly they themselves find themselves a target. Well, that discourages people from ever changing their mind on anything because you're afraid of the social repercussions. What? The golden keys of the stupid vault actually was good. Unsubscribe! Unsubscribe! Oh my god, I already decided that was going to be bad before it came out. How dare you tell me I was wrong with my imagination of the future? I don't know. As always, content is a bit of a pain in the ass to come up with on a day-to-day basis. Because, well, I've already covered a lot of the subjects that you would cover, and I don't want to make my third elf video, so this is probably a little meandering and all over the place, but it was just something I was thinking about. So, yeah. The fuck out of here.